Hey, everybody. How are you tonight? So it is Saturday, which means that we bring one of the many pets on the show. This is Wendy. She's being a little camera shy, so I had to adjust the angle so that you can actually see her. This is no Post-it notes behind me, my son's room, because I stole it, and this is where I'm working right now. So Wendy right now is getting to sit on the bed so that you can see her, because otherwise you couldn't. So now that we got Wendy is here with me to give a couple of announcements. It's Saturday, so we're not going to do a whole bunch of work, but I just wanted to tell you a couple of things. One is that Wendy, here's what I've decided. We got her from Austin Pets Alive, I think it's called. It's the big animal rescue, dog rescue in dog and cat, I think, in Austin. And we found her there. She was a little older, so nobody was taking her, and we picked her up. People ask me what breed she is, and I've decided that she is a black-mouth cur mix. I have no evidence of this whatsoever because she was definitely a mutt. But that is the dog that Old Yeller was a black-mouth cur. Not in the movie. That was a different kind of dog. But in the book, Old Yeller was a black-mouth cur. And so that's just what I've decided that Wendy is. So real quick, while we sit here and hang out with Wendy, I wanted to remind you guys that tomorrow we have a session of Ask Twinsies where Nick Rishwain and I give terrible advice. So what I need you guys to do, well, Wendy, you can't hide. Here, you want this? I have beef jerky to get her attention. Yeah, to keep her attention in here. So Nick Rishwain and I tomorrow are going to give some terrible advice. So what I need you to do is go on, whether it's Facebook or Twitter, and I guess the other things that the kids are using these days, the Instas and the Ticks and the Talks and the whatever the freak, use the hashtag AskTwinsies and we will find it. Your job is to give us a question expecting terrible advice, because that's what we'll get: relationship advice, money advice, business advice, health advice, workout tips, whatever you want, really substandard, awful, terrible advice. We will give that to you. Also, just by way of announcement, I mentioned it a little bit earlier, but I will be, just so you know, relaunching the Lawyer Forward podcast. It will be under Above the Law. They are doing all the work for it, which means I don't have to. I just get to show up and tell stories. So it is going to restart. So keep an eye out for that. It's going to be basically a total theft of Seth Godin's Akimbo podcast, where I get to tell stories and pull principles from it, and that's it. That's the job. There's going to be questions and answers if people want to do that. They'll be able to submit questions and on the Above the Law website, and I will give some answers. So watch out for that. The other thing that I was thinking about today was stress eating, and the reason is because Wendy today ate a bone, a short rib bone, and I really don't know if this is okay or not. So I had used short ribs in a sauce, in a ragu, that cooked for a really long time, and it came out. I gave her the bones. I always give her like the thick bones, the marrow bones that you get. I give her those, and they're dense enough and hard enough that even cooking a long time, they don't get soft. But these did, and I had no idea. So she ate the meat off of the bone, what was left of the meat off the bones, and then she picked up one of the short rib bones and chewed it, and it cracked. It mushy cracked because there's a lot of marrow on the inside. And I went to grab it from her, and so she swallowed it. Like big, it might be 3 chunks of bone in her body right now, and they're fairly large, and I don't know what's going to happen. So if you guys know what happens, is this just going to tear her bowels up and she's going to have internal bleeding and we're going to have a, $4,000 vet bill? It'd be nice to know that. So don't stress eat. Don't grab the bones. Don't have 3 cupcakes like somebody I know did yesterday. We're going to say it was Wendy. And take care of yourselves. We'll see you guys tomorrow. We do have, tomorrow's Sunday, right? Tomorrow's Sunday? Tomorrow, Eric Pelton, we do have a session for his Facebook Live from the conference. So make sure you look on the left side, hit events, and you'll see all the listings for this week for the different sessions. This is the last week of the sessions, so make sure you look out for those. Click going on whichever sessions you're interested in, and yeah, we'll see you guys there. Have a good night.